straight up into the Caucasus Mountains and was in a low estate. And at the Renaissance is when they came back, and they're saying, yeah, we were destroyed, but we will rebuild. I'm gonna let the script say it, but they rebuilt, and that's what you have here. This is their rebuilding, their rebirth, which Renaissance means rebirth. And they've come out of the mountains, and they think they're going to rule forever.
I got that word hate in the 3rd verse in Hebrew, and it's H8130. It's Shana'a, and it says I'm getting kind of to the point, but it says to hate, be hateful. It says of man, of God. It says hater, one hating, enemy. Ooh. It says now going down to the Strongs. It says a primitive root to hate personally, enemy, foe, hateful, utterly hateful. So really, in a sense, not only does the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, hate Esau, but really he created Esau to be hated. He created Esau to be an enemy.
Yeah, that's right. Because you can't have love without hate. If hate didn't exist, there'd be no such thing as love. Done.
Real quick, Romans chapter 9 and verse 21.
Yes, sir.
Had not the potter power over the clay?
And who is the?
I was just looking for that. I love further.
Yeah,
and who is the potter?
9/11.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That is who has made and created this reality that we live in. And right now, it's everything's been turned upside down, and because it's in the hands of the wicked, they have just turned all this upside down. The wicked being the Edomites.
And because if I may say, bro, the problem with the people of the world is, and they try to understand the creature more than the creator. See, like the creator had a purpose for it.
Not straight.
Like for instance, like a car. The person who made a Range Rover had a purpose to it, or a pickup truck had a purpose to it. Just because you have an idea of what the truck's supposed to do, that doesn't mean that the creator of the truck you get what I'm saying? You gotta be in line with what the creator of that item had. And that's the same thing with Esau and Jacob. See, everybody wants to make it, well, no. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the wicked ones. No, that's not how the Lord made it. The Lord made Esau with the idea of being hated, being the wicked, being the destroyer, being the base, and people are trying to go against that because they're trying to understand the creature. See, you see these crackers and these white women and these white boys and children, and you think, oh, there's no problems to them. And fuck them. We're talking about the elite of Esau. They were the ones that was created that's doing wickedness on this earth that we can't even comprehend with our brain. This is shit that Esau is doing somewhere at an island underneath the earth that'll have you throwing up and pulling out your eyeballs.
Yeah. The vessels of wrath meant for destruction. They've come and the state of the earth is where it is because the earth is in the hands of the wicked. And the Lord set it up this way so that we can learn and understand and see and really appreciate not having this wickedness here when he comes and puts everything back into order. Continue on with that.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor.
And that is balance. False balance is an abomination unto the Lord. Love and hate. That is balance. You have to have both. You can't just have north. There has to be a south. You can't just have light. It couldn't just exist without darkness. You have to have all these things. And the Lord said, "Have there been evil done in a city, and I have not done it?" He's the creator of both ways. 2 and 2 has he created them.
Romans 9, back in Romans 9, we'll read a little bit more up. Romans 9 and 11, it says, "For the children not being yet born, neither have done any good or evil."
See, it's all set. This is just a story. It's a script that has to play out, and it's balanced as well.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
It says, "Neither having doing any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election may stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 13, as it is written,
and the elder serving the younger, that is what's going to happen in the kingdom. That is the elder being Esau, the Edomites, and their whole nation, and the younger being Jacob, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
That's right.
And yeah, all this is going to play out in the kingdom. It happened before. We got a brief preview of it with David and Solomon's kingdom, and you know, even Solomon's name, the King of Peace, meaning peaceful. We got that at one point, and now, and then the Edomites broke from under the yoke of the Israelites, and have had us in derision ever since. But this is all about to wrap up.
Cut. Verse 13, Romans 9 and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
And this is just a reiteration of what's there in Malachi 1 through 4. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. This is ultimate balance. And that is that's a very large fundamental of Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Hey, that's true, bro. Even as you were speaking, I was thinking that in the spirit. I was like, see, it's important to understand the balance that the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai actually has a balance, because without a balance, people really can't understand the importance of getting right, because they don't really fear judgment.
Yeah.
Like brother was saying earlier, like in Christian plantation Christianity, it's all forgiveness, love. Well, where's what makes sense of when a baby gets stabbed to death and its liver gets served up on a platter, man?
It's served with rice and gravy.
That's just all the devil? Okay,
Right.
well, who does the devil report? Who does Satan report to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important just to not be too long-winded, but like brother said, man, it's important to understand the balance of things, because it actually gives you a level of fear and respect, man.
Well, you wouldn't enjoy pleasure without suffering.
Right.
Exactly. You don't, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like your brain taking dopamine hits over and over and over and over. What's the excitement and pleasure in it when it happens? Right. If you got no time for your chemicals to balance and come down, you know?
That's why those like heroin addicts and stuff like that, they just keep doing it, and they keep taking these, it's just all pleasure to them, and they call it chasing the dragon. They keep having to do it, having to do more and more, and it just, it doesn't work out for them in the end.
That's why Esau, that's why these Edomites, these rich elite Edomites, they be into all that freaky, torture and shit, because their life is full of nothing but pleasures and goodness, so they have to literally pay for their suffering. They actually pay people to bring a level of suffering to them, because if you don't experience suffering it throws you all the way off. If you dealt with good, you got to be on a high level like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and they usher in. See, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is above it to the point where he ushers the good and the bad. The Lord is, you get what I'm trying to say? But if you're in this flesh and you were just all good, it would make you crazy. You would pay for suffering.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, you would have to hit me.
Yeah. And I've been confused about that. Like, why would you do that? Why you want to get whipped like that and chained up and humiliated? Yeah, S&M shit. And why would you do that?
But rich man shit.
As it says, they're not in trouble as other men. They're in this constant state of pleasure to show favor unto the wicked.
Yes men, everybody's a yes man to you.
Yeah. And it's just you need balance. Balance is the key point of the Heavenly Father. Still got that, Malachi?
Yes, okay. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down.
And what they built is right here. You're standing on it in this nasty concrete, this polluted place. They built this up. And it's been through all sorts of wickedness, all sorts of pollution, and the Lord's going to tear it down. He said they shall build, but I will throw down. I will tear this place down. And he's going to do it because he said it. A little more?
Okay. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai hath indignation forever.
So the Lord has his people who he has love for forever, but then he also has his other people who he has indignation for forever, or hate. Complete and total balance. And it's really not a hard concept to understand. He
They
loves.
just don't like the way it fell out.
Yeah.
They don't like the idea that the Lord is showing the Lord, that we're teaching that the Lord has mercy and love for Jacob, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he has pure, uncut, raw hate for you so-called white people and you other nations. They just don't like the way the pieces fell. Hey, but you know what? As we read in Romans, what was that? Romans the 9th chapter? Tough titty.
Yeah.
We didn't create ourselves.
Yeah.
You didn't create yourself, and we are just luckily and blessed that, hey, we on the right side of prophecy.
No, it says it's by election. Like, it just is what it is.
We didn't create ourselves.
That's it.
I got a definition. I think Zakaria brought it out, but I'll bring it out again. Indignation, from the online etymology, it's a noun from the 1200s, and it says fury, rage. It says disrespect, displeasure, and provocation calls for indignation.
See, that's the second time that definition came out today.
Yeah. So you got one that's dignified, that will be dignified, and you got indignation that's going unto these to the Edomites. Even that word itself, it's that's a because you can't have indignation without dignation or
Dignity, like love.
Yeah, it's just it's balance.
Yeah, balance.
Balance. You got any precepts?
I got one. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. And it says, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
That's it right there.
And that's it. That's it. That sums it up. And I'm gonna actually step down now. So, okay. Shalom.
What happened?
Switching around.
Good to see you.
Hey, but yeah, man, we're just gonna build in the spirit. You know, that was one of my favorite quotes. I was meditating on the ride down here today. Gerald Salente said a long time ago, basically, when people lose everything and have nothing else to lose, they lose it. Okay? So, you know, we're in a time now. Matter of fact, when you get that what is that in Matthew? Think not that I come with peace with a sword. Matthew 10, I believe. All right, again, like Gerald Salente said, when people lose everything, have nothing else to lose, they lose it. And I remember hearing that, many years ago, and that still stands very true today. You know, that's a very profound statement. You know, we're in a time now where repossessions, people are getting their cars repossessed at an all-time high. Evictions is at an all-time high. Unemployment is going to go through the roof. Okay, to hell, even whether it's through this coming recession, whether it's through the automation of the workforce. You know, Walmart says by the year 2025, 2026, that 90% of its Walmarts are going to be controlled by robots. So there's a lot of things that's going to cause people to lose. Okay, you got that, brother? Yes, sir.
This is Matthew 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Hey, so the Lord has already given us a warning here. Like the brother said earlier, we understand that we're not looking for peace. The peace that we're going to get through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is through these words and through great wrath and destruction that must come on this place. Okay? All right, you got something real quick? Yeah, go ahead with it real quick.
This is the book of Luke 12 and 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division.
Oh, that's another one. See, division. All right, we're witnessing division at an all-time high now. You know, there was a shooting in Cleveland, Texas. I want to say between yesterday and today, earlier today, where this guy was in his backyard or something shooting off an AR, like an AR-15 in his yard, and the neighbor went next door and was like, "Hey man, you mind stop doing that? I have a baby in here, and that's trying to sleep." The dude went back next door with his rifle and shot up the whole house. Okay, we're living in a time now where people are on super edge.
Oh, it's true. Because remember I said yesterday, the day before yesterday about my coworker.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody let one off on his way to work the other morning. You know, it was just like it was maybe 4 feet from his driver's side window. So you know.
Oh well, shit. There was a dude up there, was at Norcross, Norcross, Gwinnett County, ex NFL player, shot at some woman at a park. I don't know what the argument was, but whatever it was, he thought it was enough for him to raise the toolie and shot it at the car. So we're in a time now where people are on edge, man. So as the scriptures say, the scriptures give us all the warnings and the know-how to deal with these times. If it be at possible, be at peace with all men. Take the low. This ain't the time to prove you how tough and being Mr. Billy Badass in these times, man. Okay, keep going with that, brother.
I come not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. Like the brother said earlier, the Lord is not coming back with lollipops and ice cream cakes for you, man. The Lord is already telling us he's not coming to send peace, but a sword. A sword is a weapon of war. So we're in war. It's a war every time. I remember Elder Yashawamba said this years ago as well. Every time you leave out your house, everything's a war. Getting to your job is a war. Getting to the grocery store is a war. And you know it's the truth because every time you go somewhere, you feel that anxiety. When you park your car to go into your grocery store, you're already breathing in and out heavily. Like, what the hell is in here? You get in your car, grind down the highway. It's always war. Everything is a war. Everything is a battle. And just because we, through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we handle it as best we can, that don't mean that these people are. So you got to be mindful of that. These people are losing it. Remember that statement. When people have nothing else to lose, and when they lose it, they lose it. These people are about to start losing it on a high level. These people are bugged out. So like we said, when they start losing the little bit of carnality that they have, like we always say, brother, don't we? When these people can't get their caffeine fixes no more, when they can't get their sugar fixes no more. I forgot who I heard. Somebody said that they were like, man, the hardest thing that they had to kick was sodas, soda addictions.
They can't get that Newport 100 in the box, man.
Because it's sugar. Sugar is highly addictive.
Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. So you already know. So what do you think is going to happen when these people start losing a little bit of things that brings a level of peace in their life? The internet. Watching TikTok videos. Okay? Whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? We can name 1,001 things that bring a level of peace to these people. But,
I was gonna say, because I tell this to people all the time, I was like, everybody's addicted to something.
Come on now.
It doesn't matter what it is.
We're subjugated to the flesh. We're subjugated to vanity. So you're 100% right. That's why we said earlier when we were out here, the first thing that you learn in the truth through discipline is to have discipline over your diet. We attend to the laws of the Bible. So what? We don't eat certain things. That keeps us in a level of
that already gives us the separation from these other people. Man.
Exactly. That keeps us in a box of separation from these people. Yeah.
That gives us an edge over everybody. We already at an advantage. Just because of the simple fact that we keep the laws of the diet. We ain't eating no pork. We ain't eating no fucking shrimp. We ain't eating no crabs.
We honor the Sabbath.
Right.
So we're not addicted. How many people out here are addicted to sex?
Yeah.
Sex and porn, I mean, they're interchangeable, but yeah, how many people are sex addicts? Nympho, you know, using the lust of the body to fulfill they feel a void within themselves. Matter of fact, when you get that in Ecclesiastes real quick, what's that? Ecclesiastes 2, everything under the sun is vanity and vexation.
And fasting actually provides a level of mental clarity for you too. which, you know, puts us above
that's
these
another
people.
element. See, so the Lord has been giving us peace and comfort through his through the suffering, as I was just saying a few minutes ago. Through the suffering under the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it actually gives you comfort and it gives you strength to be able to deal with these things. It checks you out of it. Gives you at least a day. See, like we were saying at the new moon of, what was it, like last week? We were saying how what? The Lord gives us the new moon. It gives us gives about 12 new moons a year to what? To have a moment of celebration and high spirits. But then he also gives us moments where you got to cut off these things. So then you have the Sabbaths. Now you can't do that. Don't do that. Abstain from this. Abstain from that. That cuts us off from these things. It keeps us in a balance, as the brother was going into earlier. But what about these people out here? They just go.
Right.
It's all. What do they have a saying in the world? You know, all gas, no brakes. YOLO. You're just always on the go, looking for more. So then what happens when this devil cuts it off? People gonna go crazy. These children, when they can't go on the internet no more, when they can't play their video games. Okay? You got that in Ecclesiastes?
What was the verse you wanted?
Everything is vanity and vex under the sun. You can keep going with that Matthew. It's under the vex section in vanity.
It's Matthew 10 and 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
And see, we saw that. See, we saw the beginning of this. I ain't gonna lie, brothers. I thought in 2016, when it was Trump and especially 2020, 2016, when Trump was running for office, and you started seeing families coming against themselves. And hey, man, you know how many families disown their children, or vice versa, because you voted for Trump? We witnessed that. That was a level of variance. Then we saw with the jump shot. When the jump shot came, a lot of family members are still at odds with each other because you got one group that was in favor of it. Get the shot, or you can't come to Thanksgiving. Get the shot, or you can't come around Granny.
Grandma.
You get the shot, or you ain't gonna be able to do this. You're disowned. And you voted for Trump, you're disowned. You're not my family anymore. Right? We saw this, but it's only gonna grow. Okay, if we thought 2016, 2020 was outrageous, imagine what this, if God forbid we're here, really technically we're already in the political season.
Yeah. Well, they just announced, both of them just announced their presidential bid, Biden and Trump this week.
Yeah, we're already in it. They're already establishing where these different, the Republican conventions is going to be at, and the Democratic conventions is going to be at, and so on and so forth. So all this is going to do is add more fuel to that variance, that blue versus red. Okay, keep going, brother.
It's saying the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Hey, because you know what? Hold that real quick. I know I asked you to get. Will you get Ephesians 4:1 real quick? Because see, the only peace is going to come through the scriptures, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord said, "Who is my mother? Who is my father? Yea, he who do the will of the Lord." If you're not doing the will of the Lord, then you're not in that spirit of unity. See, with all of us, whether we left here, we could all of us right now, we could leave here and we could go meet up with brothers in South America, and we're going to be in the spirit of unity because we're not unified because we're Laker fans. We're not unified because.
You know what? I spoke about being addicted earlier. We all unified because we're addicted to the truth.
That's where our unity. That's the water. That's where our unity comes from. That addiction to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, being a prisoner unto Him. Okay, you got that in Ephesians? Yes, sir.
It says, start at verse 1.
You started 1, yeah.
Ephesians 4 and verse 1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord.
And see, being a prisoner of the Lord. We're unified in being a prisoner unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
Whether you meet a brother for the first time, it's as if you've known him, because why? We're in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Remember I told you that when I went to Orlando.
You went to Orlando.
I felt like I knew that brother for years, man. First time meeting the brother face to face, I felt safe around that brother, didn't I? In the new city, never been there.
Yeah.
And I got with that brother, I felt safe as hell, man.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that. My rib was saying that about the brother in West Palm. She was like, And you know what she had said? She was like, man, you know what? He could watch my children. Yeah. Because she felt like he was. What she said she always felt when because even with the brothers when we did the Passover, she was like, it's a spirit on brothers. But that's because why? We're unified in the scriptures. We're specifically we're unified in the laws and the prophecies. But under the laws, we understand, hey, brother, I know that brother, he fears the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so he's not going to do these things. Right. These people don't have that, okay? So when more difficulties and more things that question your belief, when they bring this MOTB, when they bring different things of how to move, it's going to bring more and more variances, okay? You keep going, brother.
It says, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called.
Yeah, see, we're called to do a job here. That's why I said we're not unified because, hey man, you know, we're Laker fans. Oh, you know, this is a NBA club. We all like sneakers. That's all vanity.
You like chicken and beer?
Oh, you like chicken and beer? Dumbass handshakes and shit. No, we're unified under the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai because we were called to do something. Okay? Keep going, brother.
Verse 2, with all lowliness and meekness.
And see, all lowliness and meekness. The problem with this world is that they're pushing a high vibration of pride. So when this place starts to break these people's pride, that's why I said the vanity. The only thing that is keeping these people in the world with their heads up is because they're leaning on their vanity. I got more money than you. I'm taller than you. I'm stronger than you. I got more women than you. More men as the woman. There's more men on me, so I'm a better woman than you. It's all vanity. But when that shit gets cut off, what defines you then? For us, through the spirit of the Lord willing we endure, it's going to be the same thing. How about Shem Yahweh Shai? We're not defining ourselves because of our money or whatever. We're in the spirit of, what is that? 1 Samuel the 15th chapter. We don't judge men according to the flesh, the outward appearance. Okay? Keep going, brother.
It says, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Verse 3, in devouring to keep the unity of the spirit.
Yeah, see, keeping the unity of the spirit. Where does that unity come from? That unity is coming from what? Our servitude to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and our belief in the prophecies. You know, if all the brothers up here was asked, if somebody came up here and asked, well, what do you believe should happen to homosexuals?
Just asking people down there in Florida.
All of us gonna say the same thing. We should. Well, the law says that if a man layeth with a man as he lieth with a woman, he should be put to death. Well, you know, no, we understand the law and the judgment, and we leave room for mercy that comes from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But we're in the same mind state when it comes to the judgment. Okay? Keep going, brother.
It says, in the bond of peace.
Oh, see, the bond of peace. That's what bonds us together. So when we're reading in Matthew the 10th chapter, that variances, you people are going to be at variance with each other because why? You don't have the bond of unity. That's why it's going to go in further where it's going to be 3 in the house, 5 in the house, 3 against 2, 2 against 3, because somewhere in there they're not unified under these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what unifies us. Like I said, if you came up here and asked us, what do we believe should happen to Esau? Matter of fact, what's going to happen to the Edomites? Well, you know, the Lord said that they're going to go into slavery and then they're going to be done away with. Well, nah, you know, I really believe that, you know, there's going to be a few good Edomites and they're going to repent. Well, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. All right? How can two walk together? There we go. You got something, bro?
I got something.
Bring it out real quick. I'll get you two in a second, okay?
Just right quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 11. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. And their hope is vain, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable.
Hey, you can break it down, brother.
Yeah, so we have a common bond of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that brings life and peace. But these people that don't have it, they're miserable. Like you said, when you go to the grocery store, they all look like XXXTentacion with that sad ass look on their face, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So
they're like the new emos.
Right. Yeah, especially our people. Yeah, our people are the new emos.
They're all sad boys and sad girls.
You see all these rappers named Sad Boy this, Sad Boy that.
Yeah.
We speaking life and peace, but niggas don't want it because they made a covenant with death.
That's it, man. They made a covenant with death. That's right. The scriptures say, I present to thee this day life and death. When you go against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you are without a shadow of a doubt choosing death. Okay? You got something?
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness of them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
Hey, come on now, they receive not the love of the truth. See, the Lord gives everybody the opportunity. That's what we're witnessing right now on the planet Earth and around the four corners of the earth. The Lord said what? That this gospel must be preached unto the four corners of the earth, correct? So there's nobody out here that can say that they didn't witness it, didn't see it with their eyes, or hear it with their ears. So when it comes down to when the Lord makes his move and he's proving you through your that peace or so on and so forth, it's going to show in itself. Okay? Keep going, brother.
That they might be saved.
See, they don't want to be saved. See, our people, the 2/3 of our people in this land, they think that they got forever. We're literally telling them, man, the Lord is coming back. You know that woman Hurt, singer Hurt, she had a song years ago, the Lord is coming back. All right? That's the spirit. The Lord is coming back. And we're here to tell the people, hey man, get your shit together in so many words because the Lord is mad and you don't want to be on the wrong side of prophecy.
Bro, you know that J. Cole album, the KOD album, you know the last track on it, he got that little boy speaking on it. The little boy's telling him, man, the Lord's coming back, the Lord's gonna judge his people. This is, you know what I'm saying? We telling the people.
We're telling them.
Even the Lord is using that little nigga J. Cole, but they're using that platform to kind of throw it out there, but nobody's listening.
Yeah, you had this guy, I think his name is Lazarus. I believe, if I'm saying his name correct, he was just at Coachella. He was performing that song. The song was basically like, Lord knows I'm tired. It's a short song. It's only like 3 lyrics in it. Lord knows I'm tired. I'm ready to be with you. The Lord is using every element to warn Jake or our people, to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, what is about to come down. But because you're not receiving this in love, what are you going to receive? Like the brother just said earlier, you're going to receive the Lord's hate. There's no in between with this. Like they say in the world, a woman can't be kind of pregnant. You're not kind of pregnant.
Kind of a hoe.
You're right. The Lord is not going to kind of save you. The Lord is either going to show you his love and mercy, or he's going to show you his wrath and his hate for you. Okay? Is there any more to that?
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion.
And that's what brought the water for pulling that. Because this is what we are seeing today. See, we thought we've seen delusions. What we're seeing today is strong delusions. As a matter of fact, if somebody want to look up the etymology, look up the word delusion. Just get a basic definition of the etymology of delusion. Because we're in a time now of not just delusion, but strong delusion. Okay? Like I said, you got people out here that really believe they got another 100 years. Like people really believe that. You got people that are in their 20s thinking that they're going to live to see their 80s. Nigga, if you 20 right now, you might not see 23. Right. Okay? Anybody got it?
I got it.
Oh, whoever got it, go ahead with it.
Okay. This is the basic definition of delusion, right? Online etymology says act of misleading someone, deception, deceit.
Oh, see? Delusion. You're misleading. This place is misleading. Other day I was on Northside Drive on the other side, right? And I was coming down by Atlantic Station, and it caught me off guard because I was able to see the whole city skyline. Like I was on the other side and I was able to see all this, right? And I was like, damn, look at the city. Like, I mean, you can see the cranes, and I was like blown away. But then I was like, if you look at the city of Atlanta, you wouldn't believe this bitch is about to end. Right. It's just nothing but continual growth, and everybody's happy.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Look, you see the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it's always some high-rise being built and filled up, and you know, it's at the whole nine. So that's a misleading thing. Yeah, keep going.
All right, this is it says as a form of mental derangement.
A mental form of derangement. These people are delusional.
It says false impression or belief of a fixed nature.
Yeah, see, they believe in a fixed nature that America is going to go on for forever. Yeah, keep going.
It says technically, delusion is a belief that, though false, has been surrendered to and accepted by the whole mind as a truth.
Yeah, so these people, they believe America is the greatest nation, is strong. Most of these people don't even know what BRICS is. They don't even know BRICS is breathing down your neck.
Oh, bro,
keep going, shit, keep going.
It says, delusion is an impression that, though false, is entertained provisionally on the recommendation of the senses or the imagination, but awaits full acceptance and may not influence action.
See?
No, these people are lost.
They are, man, and not just, see, it's one thing to be delusional, but the scriptures is telling us strong delusions. Big and strong, like I said, if you believe and you look at America and certain these major cities, it looks like it's going to continue on forever. The way he's building, you listen to these different dudes on these different podcasts, and Neil deGrasse, these different demons, they're talking away where by the year 2100, in the year 2100, in the year 2100, we'll colonize. That's why the Lord got to really, hey man, the Lord got to, Lord got to put Elon down, man. Cause he the main one pushing this space station bullshit. How do you people really believe there's gonna be a colony on Mars or some shit? Right. The moon, and they're gonna do all this extra shit. That's a delusional thought to keep you in a mind space of, nah, this place can't go down. But you know what? Pharaoh didn't think Egypt was gonna fall.
Yeah.
Caesar, Alexander the Greek and his 4 generals didn't think that Greece was gonna fall. Rome didn't think it was gonna fall. Nebuchadnezzar didn't think his kingdom was gonna fall. The Persian or the Medes, and so on and so forth. We could keep going. Nobody is leading a nation thinking one day my shit's gonna fail. That's a terrible thought process. Okay? Any more to that?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Let's start up from the top. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting again at verse 11. And for this cause, Jehovah shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
Come on, man. Believe a lie. All of this is a lie, and it's a terrible fabricated lie that you people just buy into. You buy into it hook, line, and sink, especially these so-called white people. Just go on TikTok. Every day you go on TikTok, it's a new delusion that people buy into. You got these white people out here, they're thinking that Trump's going to save the day. You know how delusional that is? You got these white people really believe that Trump, they believe he's not even a part of the elite Illuminati.
Right. Yeah.
You know how delusional that is in itself? Nah, he's anti-establishment. yeah, he's for us. He's a president for us. What? He's gonna make America great again. That's delusion. That bullshit of make America great again. America has been getting worse every quarter. Every quarter since. Matter of fact, go to Obadiah 1 real quick. I know y'all got what y'all got. Hold those. But real quick, go to Obadiah when the Lord said, when you set your nest. Ever since that point, the Lord has been bringing this place down. But you people literally believe it's going to get better, make America great again? Biden with the Build Back Better. He's literally made it worse.
That nigga's literally falling asleep at the wheel.
Come on, man. You got that? Just go straight to the point. So he set his nest up. Then forth I shall bring him down. Like what is it? Verse 3, verse 4.
Yeah. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, starting at verse 4. Thou shalt exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, said the Most High Yahweh.
And Esau, the so-called white man, really, he's the most delusional of us all. Like I said, I be wanting to shake Esau.
Wake up.
Wake the fuck up. Fight, nigga.
Yeah.
Esau, the so-called, look at him. Just every time, look at just look at him.
But you know what? That's why the scripture says this him. He's starting to lose his power, man.
Like, look at him. They just scootering up the road and shit. Your kingdom is crumbling right before your eyes.
Right.
But instead, they got time to scoot up the road and and go to Taylor Swift concerts.
Right. That's probably where they're coming from.
Starbucks and all type of goofball shit. Hey, yeah, your kingdom's falling, nigga. Hey, like you looking at me, go fight. They looking for somewhere to go get some pizza. They gonna be the main ones through. Like, right, you should be listening. The scriptures say we're a prophet unto the nations. But instead, nah, I'm not listening to them niggers. What do them niggers know? Well, this nigga know that your kingdom is falling.
Right.
You're going into slavery.
And you're going into slavery.
Right.
Where we
Deaf
at, man?
adder.
Huh?
The deaf adder.
The deaf adder, man. They don't, but their pride won't let them, and it's good because really the Lord want to catch Esau with that same haymaker that he's gonna catch these niggas with.
Hey, the scriptures say, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Yep. Esau out here, the so-called white man trying to be a good American. I've been telling you, you so-called white people, if you got credit cards, go have fun, max it out, go be the biggest demon you can be while you can be. Because I promise you, when the Lord, when that last little bit of sand fall through your hourglass of kingdom, oh man, we gonna be on your ass, man.
Right.
Ain't no mercy. Cause ain't no mercy being shown today on us. You think this devil cares that we behind on a bill or two? That's why I said people gonna start losing it because there's no mercy in this place, okay? Now, finish that Ephesians and we're gonna work our way back to that Matthew.
Okay, come.
Cause these people out here, they don't got it. And I can't wait until they start losing their shit in the senses of literally and figuratively. I believe in the spirit. One of the first things that we're gonna witness, cause they gave us a visual of that when 2020 came around. Y'all remember when 2020 started and the pandemic started? It was a lot of suicide. The suicide rate increased.
Mm-hmm.
One day when this shit really starts to crumble, one day you're just gonna hear gunshots, and you're gonna start seeing people killing them. More people gonna jump off of bridges. More people gonna start jumping on a high rise, like the Bed Bath & Beyond CEO did a few months back. Okay.
Oh, by the way, they going into they closing up all their stores.
Yeah, cause they already know what's coming.
Bye baby's gone too.
See? Keep going, brother.
This is Ephesians 4 and verse 4. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called, and one hope of your calling.
Yeah, and one hope of your calling. And we all believe in that one hope. We have that one hope, which is Yahweh Shemi Awishai. But if you were anything outside of that, and you believe on anything outside of that, you are going to fail miserably. Your college degree is not going to save you from what's to come. And you got these assholes still in college.
Yeah.
Here it is, they plan on removing all of you and putting robots into place, but you got assholes still going to be doctors and lawyers. You're obsolete. You're basically going the path of McDonald's workers. What's the difference in a McDonald's worker in 2023 going into 2024 than a doctor and a lawyer? Dentists. They already got robots for all this shit. But nah, everybody out here believes that that ain't gonna happen to me. Okay. Who was it that recently was saying that this transition could lead to hundreds of millions of jobs lost? What are we gonna do? What are you people gonna do when hundreds of millions of jobs are replaced? That's why I say that unalive, and I'm gonna watch my words. That unaliving rate gonna go through it's gonna.
Especially Esau.
Oh, Esau looking for any reason to unalive himself, man.
If you look at Walmart, if Baba Kashai can add,
yes, sir.
A lot of these Walmarts, they're snatching the cash registers out and putting in those self-checkout lines.
Bro,
so that within itself, proves that, a lot of people losing their job just based off that alone.
That's the spirit. We were talking about that earlier. There's a Walmart not too far from here where it ain't no check, it's all self-checkout. And it's a super Walmart. It ain't no regular little Walmart, it's a super Walmart. And it's all self-checkout. They replaced all the ones where you used to go and get a person to check you out. Mm-hmm. It's all self-checkout.
Hey, down in Columbus, man, all our Walmarts like that.
And then on top of that, they're removing the Walmarts.
Yep.
You see what's happening in Chicago?
Yep.
Okay? And that's just one level of it. They are replacing all people. That's why the next step in this society is transhumanism. They gotta tie you in because computer and technology has increased to a level where humans are obsolete. So you're gonna have to take that chip. All right. Now let's go back to that Matthew, finish that off, and then we're going to work our way back around. That was it on that Ephesians. That you could drop that.
This is Matthew's 37, Matthew's 10 and 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
See? And that's not us. We already know it. When you sign up for the truth and you endure, you start to realize, the first thing that you realize is in most cases in all of us, it's your mother that come against you.
Mostly the daddy beat down. He ain't know whatever.
Or most Jake don't even really have a relationship with their father like that on this side because of the curses. But then you might tell your mother or you might tell your father. And in those cases, it's going to be you're going to tell your parents or you're going to tell your siblings.
Walk out the house like that.
And then you learn that, damn, they don't receive it. Profit without honor. You see? So that's the first thing that you learn in this. So we understand it very well. We meditate on the idea of being sold out by our parents. I know I do.
Yeah, because you know what? Esau has to paint that narrative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has to bring fear upon the people. Like, hey, y'all don't tell us who so-and-so is and where they at, we gonna get y'all. Just because y'all know him. Just because you related to him. I know he said something. He had to say something. We got your phone records. We got your text messages.
Yep.
All that shit.
Yep. And the integrity, and where is that integrity going to be at? Because why? Our family members that aren't in this truth, they are part of the world. They love this world. Now, Lord, unless the Lord have mercy, the Lord's going to have mercy on some of our family members, but that may not be all. That might not be every last one of our stories. Some of us mother might sell you out, or father might sell you out, or your siblings might sell you out. Your wife might sell you out. Okay? Remember Lot's wife, one of the shortest precepts in the Bible. And why the Lot wife looked back? It's because she had a love or attachment to the world. Okay?
Hey, I was gonna say, and a lot of our families, when we came in the truth, a lot of them bugged out and scoffed and talked shit.
Yep.
They came against you. Hey, a lot of men, you know, were told to get out of houses.
See?
You know, because of the words that they was preaching, trying to tell their people.
See? Because you don't eat pork no more. Get the fuck out my house, nigga. God damn.
Yeah.
You choose pork over your own son? Damn, okay. But we understand.
Joe's wife was a prime example.
That's all of these are matter of fact, since you say that, get somebody get Romans 15 and 4 real quick. Because there's nothing that we're saying that the Lord ain't primed us for. The Lord has primed us for everything that could possibly happen.
I gotta bring this out. Book of life.
You got something?
I got something real quick. This is Matthew chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 17. The point is in verse 21, but I'm gonna read it fast.
Yes, sir.
It says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in the synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake."
And our people had that spirit. He you know, my son, he ain't acting right, man. You know, they a lot of parents out here, they don't have any problem sending their children to jail. Man, prison might be the best thing for them. All of us had friends growing up, parents send their ass to YDC or something. I remember when I was growing up, military school, you know, little nigga be acting up in school or whatever, and they send him to the youth detention center on the weekends and shit. I'm telling you, it be like that. So a lot of times our people are so invested in this demon society that they thinking that they're helping you. No, son, they're here to help you. Not realizing the elite looking to chop your arms off and torture you, but they think it's in the name of helping you.
Right.
Yeah, see?
Pumping up legit full of drugs just because some Edomite doctor said that's what he needed to bring.
That's another, exactly. Whether they use that institution of the medical field to, like you say, give them all kind of drugs and all types of psychedelic drugs and all that shit.
Ritalin and shit.
Because they believe in this world. So even when they doing it, a lot of the time they thinking that they doing it in the name of helping you. All right.
It says, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, verse 19, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour where ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
That's it. So the same spirit that we're in today, you might as well just stay in it when that time comes. Some of us may very well be grabbed up because of a testimony. And we don't think about, like I said, you have little talking points that you made and the spirit have. When I go to camp, I started out with the quote, but I didn't have scriptures outside of that. That it's just the spirit takes over. So the same thing will happen in that day. That's why if you're in a predicament that feels uncomfortable, that's why we go through the suffering now to understand that the Lord never leaves you high and dry.
It's that bar from Drake, the wise man once said nothing.
Yeah, that's it. Don't think about it. Well, you know, sometimes you be in, you know, that's that cartoony nigga thought process. You know, you practice it in the mirror. SMD, Esau, suck it. No, man. Hey, man, you, man. No. The Lord is going to put you, whatever spirit it is. It could be a spirit of anger and wrath, or it could be the coolest, calmest, you know, reading him his rights, his judgment. Because we're innocent. See, there's when you study old societies, and the movie 300 kind of show you that. The messenger is off limits.
That caused the war.
When you can't touch a messenger, okay? When you touch a messenger, that in itself is an act of war.
Bro, that's a universal law.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You don't. That's just what you don't do.
You don't. So now what? When Esau does grab us, that doesn't change the fact of who we are. We're still messengers. Right. These aren't our words. The Lord already written what He was going to do to you. Like we were quoting earlier, Daniel, the 7th chapter, dealing with the vision of the vision that Daniel had. We're still in that vision. So before we were ever in the earth, that vision was already established. From the gold all the way down to the feet of iron, of mire and iron. That was already established thousands of years ago. So you mad at me for telling your ass that you are the iron mixed with clay? And the Lord is going to hit you in the ankle and destroy you? You mad at me? Take it as hey man, take it as a hey man, really we should, if Esau come and grab us up, it really should be a damn little old me. This is you felt the need to raid me? Little old me struggling to pay my bills? Right. I'm that big of a threat to your society? Taking you down? Damn, that should really be a faith booster. All right?
You killing the messenger, they ain't gonna stop the prophecy from coming out.
Right. Come on, man. And that's why Esau knows that. That's why he hasn't made his move yet. See, when Esau does make that move to grab up his messengers, the prophets, it's because the Lord put the spirit on him to do it. Because Esau don't want to do that right now. Esau knows that when he touches us against the Lord's will, the Lord is going to fuck him up, man. Right. Mm-hmm. He knows that. That's why you notice when these missionary.com and all this, where they're making profiles on these other Israelite camps, that's because they're out of pocket. They're out of order. They're not in the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They put they literally on TikTok and Twitter talking shit. The Lord ain't tell us to do that.
Oh yeah, they on social media talking about how they robbed Amalek.
Yeah, all that. The Lord ain't tell us to do that. But you notice when, like I said, you notice when you go in Canary and they making all these profiles with Sakari and IUIC and ISUPK. There's no GMS. There's no GMS profile. You know, this is such and such. You know, John Doe, you know, such and such in Augusta or Atlanta or Columbus or wherever. And he said this. He knows who the prophets are. The actions of the camp show the prophets. We're not playing. We're not hiding the gospel. We're not amending it to fit the needs of the people, trimming the ways to accept more people and so on and so forth. It is what it is. If you got a problem with it, you got a problem. Okay, keep going with that, brother.
Verse 21, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
And that's going to happen that's going to happen on all levels. See, even with that we know that there's a chance that we could, but really all of these people, man. See, I remember years ago when we were still at 5 Point teaching, I had brought out an article about the fact of there's all these different buzzwords that get you put on a watch list.
Oh, that movie, Enemy of the State?
Yeah, Enemy of the State show you that. See, it's beyond just us. Okay? It's beyond just us. If you wear jeans, real shit. If you a person and you wear denim, you are considered a domestic terrorist. If you believe in the U.S. Constitution, bro, you're deemed a domestic terrorist. If you believe in the second coming of Jesus, not even Yahweh Shai, the second coming of Jesus, you are viewed as a domestic terrorist. So we're gonna see in these times a whole lot of backstabbing on a high level. That's why it's best to just, you gotta deal with everybody outside of the truth with a long spoon. Like, hey, I love you, but the scriptures say, cast not thy pearls unto swine. Once you realize that I can deal with you in this way, I can talk about that, but I ain't gonna really show my whole hand. Yeah. Say it again, brother. Again. Simple. The scriptures the Lord already prepped us in that way. Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All right, this ain't the time to be like that, but that's not us. That's never really been us as a great millstone. Right? Jake and these other camps, they because you know why? You know why they got to do all that on Twitter and IG and TikTok and shit? Because they don't got the balls to do this.
Right.
They don't got the balls to do this. Right. They don't got the balls to come out to the highways and the byways. And then when it comes down to it, they're not on the internet pushing through their own channels and so on and so forth. So now they feel like they are compelled to tell the black man or the black woman in the grocery store, here it is, a nigga he in the pork chop section, and you want to tell him, hey sis, bro, you a Hebrew Israelite.
Bro, I remember that day I went a few months ago, I went to the gas station. There's a Jake too, man, older Jake. He in there telling the sisters about slave ships and this, and I'm like, man, look at this motherfucker right here. Mm-hmm. You won't take your ass out there in the real war zone and handle your business like a real man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, yep, they gotta come some other way. That's why these other camps, what they do, they gotta wear their fringes every goddamn where. Here it is, you on a date with your woman to the movies trying to go watch John Wick, and you thought it was a great idea to wear some fucking fringes, man.
Hey, I seen a Jake with fringes on come out the QT with a pack of Middleton Black and Miles, man. I'm like, but then again, I'm not saying nothing to you, homeboy. Like, I'm not saying nothing.
You should know better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember the fringe mobile out here?
Oh yeah.
The car with the fringes on it? Nigga riding around with fringes all over his goddamn car, thinking he doing something. Like the Lord is honoring it. Yeah, that's a real one. The angels are taking a message back to the Lord. Yo, that's a real one right there. You simple as hell, and you're only bringing unnecessary, because Jake lose the sight that we are at war.
Yeah, you bringing unnecessary attention to yourself.
That's on you.
You're not playing the Clark Kent role outside of the Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas want vain glory. Like somebody gonna look up to you like, yeah. Yo, that's that dude right there.
Seeking to please men.
Seeking to please men. Okay, keep going, bro.
It says, verse 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Ooh, see? We already know what time it is. All right? We are, when it's essentially, I mean, that number's all over. I've been noticing I ain't even saying nothing, but hey, that third or fourth time, yeah, it's the spirit. Hey man, we understand we signed up for it. We signed up to be the bad guy of this society. Okay? We understand that we're the good guys in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but to this world, we are the bad guy. And you know what? I'd rather be as so. I'd rather be the bad guy. Because go ahead, yeah.
Yahweh Shai told us that. He said they don't hate you, they hate me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, in the world's eyes, we're deemed as the bad guys, but in the Lord's eyes, which that's more important what the Lord think of us.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Than what these fucking assholes out here. I can give a fuck less what these people think.
Like I said, we was a few weeks ago we were saying that. Why should we care about the opinions of heathens?
Right.
Or the opinions of 2/3 dead men that are walking? Why should we don't give a damn about the opinions of heathens and women? You don't have an opinion. And not worthy to be heard by us. We deal with facts. Keep going, brother.
Deal with truth. It says, but he that endured to the end
I don't care what he think. Yeah, keep going. And like, oh, he thinks something wrong with us. Man, we'll kick his ass.
Keep going, take it once. It says, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Yep.
But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another.
And that's another, you see, in the spirit, a lot of these people gonna have that problem. I know all of us back here, whether you live in Atlanta, Columbia.
That's the spirit, Elder. I like to use the analogy that we are operating behind enemy lines, you know?
That's right.
So, hey, I'm tired of operating behind enemy lines. Hey.
Come on now.
Yeah.
We ready to go.
It's time to get up out of here.
And something gonna happen where some of us, like we read, some of us gonna get grabbed up.
That's right.
And some of us gonna get that warning that it's time to get the hell on, man. We always meditate on that as a camp. Man, I can see it. I'd be like in the spirit. And when I was in Miami, I was talking to them brothers and I said that. I said, man, one day in the spirit, some man in the camp gonna get a vision.
Yeah.
A vision gonna come and it's gonna be like, hey man,
Bro.
get your family, like a lot.
Yeah.
Get your family, Joseph, get your shit, and get a bag to take your stuff, and man, we gotta get the hell out. Head east, head west, head north.
I say this all, you know, me and you talk about this all the time, but I believe there's certain brothers in the camp in Atlanta here that are gonna, the Lord's gonna use to protect other brothers.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that the Lord is setting up certain men in our camp right now. And this is gonna be the brother that we gonna have to go here, and this brother's gonna hold it down.
They're safe haven. That's why through the spirit, even with over the last several years, there's been a lot of brothers getting to know each other.
Yeah, that's
you know, brothers, you know, coming to each other's states and communing and breaking bread and exchanging numbers and getting to know each other, so that you know it's like, oh shit, y'all brothers might have to come to Atlanta. We might have to come to y'all.
Right.
We all might have to go to Florida. We all might have to go to Alabama. Alabama might come to here. Brothers in the Northeast might come down south. There's going to be, as the scriptures say, we shall be as pilgrims in that day. So that's what we're doing right now. But that's the spirit of understanding that we don't have we're not dwelling in a continual city. We're not rooted here. This is not our rest. But these people, you know how niggas in the world be. It'd be a hurricane in Florida. It'd be a F10. I ain't leaving. The fuck is wrong with you?
Swept to the next dimension.
I ain't leaving. I survived Andrew, and I'm gonna be here.
Katrina?
You know what I'm saying? I survived Katrina. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, that's the spirit, because the brother, bad with names. The brother, every time a storm comes through New Orleans, yeah, he get the hell out of Dodge. I be like, I don't blame him. I get it. He be like, man, I don't fuck after Katrina. He be like, man, I get the hell out of Dodge.
You know, I remember him speaking about that, how Jake was acting down there. He was like, man, I don't want to be around that shit.
Oh yeah, he was in that shit.
He was like, fuck that job. He said, fuck the house, fuck
See?
the cars. I was like, man, fuck all that shit.
Oh, but in the spirit of it, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Whereas versus we just said, most of these people, I ain't going nowhere.
Especially Atlanta, man.
Wow.
They ain't going nowhere.
These niggas ain't going nowhere. You think these niggas living in these high rises is trying to leave that to go be living in a tent? We ready to go tent life.
Yeah.
Treasure upon earth.
Come on now.
Yep. Hey, also say, hey, he that seek to save his life shall lose it.
Beautiful.
He that shall lose his life for my sake shall save it.
Come on, man.
And we ready to forsake our lives.
Shit, we did, and we ready to take it to the point of actually losing our life physically.
That's just like Moses. He gave up all that shit in Egypt to suffer.
Yep.
But Jake, our people don't want to leave. That's how you know, man. I'm pretty sure y'all brothers, if your family, they in a major traveling spirit. They all got they all are passports, and look at Jake is in this spirit of, because why? They are in tune with the world, whereas versus us, we ready to get the fuck on, man. 6 o'clock, what's on the Okay, yes sir. All right,
I got a precept.
yeah, bring it on. Y'all brothers, if y'all got some precepts, bring them up. Get it now and work around.
Back that brother up. This is Matthew 5, and I'll start at verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake.
And that's important. You can't, like you said, what we were saying earlier today at the camp, you can't, the humility comes before the honor. You can't jump straight to the honor. That's the problem with our people. They want the honor. They want the clout. They want the love, but they don't want to go through this. And the scriptures say that what? the servant is not above the master. So if Yahweh Shai went through it, we're gonna go through it in our own spaces. And we're gonna go through it as a whole, as a body. We all, as a body, we're going through the same thing. Okay? So we're fine with the being reviled and hated and spoken evil of. Because again, who are these people to speak bad or good on us? Like they, on the internet, Eve will be like, a real man would do this, or a real nigga would do that. And I remember Jake said, "Hey man, if a woman says you a real man, that really mean you ain't shit, man." Right. That's what it really means. Yeah, exactly. So who the hell is? I don't want to be spoken of well by these people. I want to have a good name amongst the brethren. You know, that's it. Yes, sir.
If any man that's out here is taking advice on how to be a real man from a woman, he's really a fucking simp.
That the brother just said that. That just let you know it. A real man would. What they say? A real man will pay all the bills. A real man is gonna they gonna sell to some type of dumb shit.
Hey, when the scripture tell you that a woman ain't even got no wisdom or understanding,
she gonna tell you what a real man.
Yeah, see,
a real man.
And that's why they hate us over here, because see, we're the only platform on the internet. Understand this: when you look at all platforms and all speaking, schools of thought on all these social media apps, we are the only group that don't include women. Because like you said, the Lord deprived her of wisdom. All these niggas want to sit on these couches and podcasts with women in it and get their voice on shit. We don't care. Okay, and as soon as you niggas in the world get your head out of your ass and realize, who gives a fuck what women think?
Right.
That's why in Isaiah the 4th chapter, it tells us what? That they just gonna follow and take care of themselves, but they just gonna wanna be under your hedge, under your umbrella. Whoa, shit, what you think, honey? Hey, honey, you meet a woman in that day, you know what I'm saying? The Lord add a woman unto you. Shit, what you think? We should go left or right?
That's the reason why we failed.
That's the reason why we failed.
Go ahead, you first.
And
you lead the way.
No, what you think? Go there.
You check it out first.
Yeah, right? That's off.
They're always questioning your decisions too, and bringing doubt into play, and it's just shut up, just be quiet, just be quiet.
Women don't respect a man's judgment.
Well, they're gonna learn in that day. By that power and by what? Who's the last man standing? The last men standing are going to be the men of the Lord. So in that day, they're going to see that, and they're going to that power, and they're going to know, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
The scripture say a man gonna be a hiding place.
Come on, man. A hiding place. The scriptures say that the Lord shall make a man more precious than Ophir gold.
That's right, brother.
Not just in it, and you, I love it. Not you podcasters, man. Okay? You podcast alpha male niggas, man. That ain't talking about you. Y'all love to quote that scripture. Y'all love to quote Isaiah the 4th chapter and Isaiah the 13th chapter. That ain't talking to you niggas, man. All right? You niggas is going to be bitched up out here. Okay? You niggas is going to be crying and wailing and in a fetal position. All right?
As if travail.
As a woman in the church. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of y'all. Because you ain't take heed. And we already know a lot of you podcasters, your talking points are our talking points. That's why I believe Kevin Samuels' ass is back in the spirit world. Because he stole our whole flow, bar for bar, word for word.
Yeah, like I heard this guy, I ain't gonna say his name, he kept talking about, you gotta vet a woman. I heard that from Apostle Gabar years ago.
Yeah, see? Now these niggas, these podcasters, well, you know that the black woman is our enemy. The first person I ever heard that was the Apostles and Elders.
Mm-hmm.
The Apostles and Elders was the first person I ever heard tell me that my enemy is my women. And it was tough, it was a tough pill to swallow. But now every nigga's a podcast. Yo, the black woman is an enemy unto us. Oh, well, shit, where'd you hear that from? I wonder where you heard that from. Because you sure as hell didn't hear it from the Muslims. You sure as hell didn't hear it from the Egyptology. They believe the black woman is God. Right. How y'all go?
Figure it out on your own.
You definitely ain't figured it out on your own. Okay? Where we at?
One more verse,
Yes,
verse
sir.
12. It says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Yeah, see? Our reward is in heaven, man. We don't want no rewards. We don't want a pat on our back. It get tough, don't get me wrong. It ain't easy being hated. Some days are easier than others, but it's not a easy, like the Lord. The Lord, you think that was an easy task to just be reviled and hated by the nation and everybody talking shit up? No. But we understand this, that's part of the enduring. That's part of bearing our cross. That's really what it is. Bearing your cross is not part, that's a very small portion of that is you dealing with the fact of you being late on your goddamn cell phone bill, man. It's the fact of nobody respects you. That's hard. Like, damn, I'm doing something that should be respectable and commended. I'm trying to give you the words of life, and I'm hated behind it.
And behind that, I'm showing you miracles. I'm healing. You know what I'm saying? Still
hated and reviled. So the Lord is going to be the one to give us our flowers in that day. As it says in Romans the 8th chapter, we suffer with the Lord and we're going to be rejoicing with the Lord. You got something, bro?
This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
See, these are comforting words. There's nothing that we're going through that the Lord didn't already tell us first-handed with. Okay, keep going, brother.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Yeah, see, it ain't nothing. Like I say, sometimes you get your feelings. Ain't nothing strange that occurred to you that ain't really happening to the world, but it's how you handle it. See, these people out here, they be late on their bills, and what do they turn to? Wickedness. Right. Selling dope is the answer. Selling a box. Women selling pussy is the answer. Scamming is the answer. Robbing is the answer. Right? But there's nothing strange, man. Everybody, man, we under the curses. All right, keep going, brother.
Verse 13. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushai's suffering.
See, our suffering is partaking with the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it's a gift at the same time. So really count it as a blessing to suffer with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because like we were saying earlier, that 1/3 that's being brought through the fire, that's to make you better. These niggas are about to go through some fire to destroy them. That's it. They got to go through outrageous amounts of indignation and wrath for the Lord to enter into the kingdom of heaven. The Lord is doing this to purify and cleanse us in doses. It's not all bad. Ain't no brother back here can say all of 2022 from January the 1st to December 31st, it was just pure fucking hell, man. The whole thing. All 3,000 plus hours of it was bad. Right. You can't act like that. The Lord gives you some moments where it's good, you can laugh, you can cut up, you can enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. And then there's moments where it's like, man, this shit is wearing, I'm beat the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's that rubber band, and the Lord is trying your elasticity. These niggas, man, they gonna pop. When they get stretched, they gonna pop, man. Yep. Okay? When these niggas see, I was watching an interview with Carlos, what's his name? Carlos Miller, which I like him. He's cool. Cause he was speaking on the Big Facts podcast, and he was speaking about the fact of how, he was like, what is it gonna take for y'all to realize that this is too much? He was looking at the room like, and it's a spirit. So when these people, see, and I wish I could have told him. You know what my answer to him would have been? Is that when this devil take this money away, and you can't feed yourself, like we were saying earlier, that's when you're gonna see how fucked up it is, and niggas are gonna lose their shit. Okay? When niggas can't feed their family, see, in every city, right? Let's just say it's niggas, it's some Jake that live on the west side, that mama live on the east side. And when he's not able to, when his mama can't get no groceries, right? When she can't get no groceries to feed herself, he gonna lose his shit. Versus with us, it's gonna be tough. Like we're not Supermen. But when you know that there's no food, we already been prepped. The Lord already said there's gonna be a famine. We're looking towards the famine. So what happens when that day comes? Hey, how about Shem Yahushai, Baba Kashab, could you please feed me and my family?
We got hope.
And we have hope in that. Yes, sir.
33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be submitted by our time.
You got it? Hey, got shalom, bro.
That's why the scriptures say that the righteous shall suffer great things and see the wise. But those that's but the wicked shall suffer great things and shall not see the wise.
Ooh, see? Scriptures also say what? That a man shall not live on bread alone. See, we're fed by this. But when niggas can't feed their belly and they can't feed beyond just feeding their own belly, when they can't feed their children, they can't feed their mother, you're gonna see how crazy. Remember Mike Epson, all about the Benjamins? Crazy. Remember he was like wanting that lotto ticket. Imagine when it's about bread and water and medicine. See, this devil gonna strip you people of all of that shit to turn you into bitches. To take a knee. Go ahead, bro.
Just to add on, the scripture say no man shall feed upon his neighbor. Destruct your house with the sword for lack of bread and great tribulation. Yeah. So when these convenience stores dry up, your house will be the convenience store.
I'm telling you, and what is that? Isaiah says, woe. Isaiah says, woe unto you that join house to house.
Oh, well, we were speaking about this earlier, about somebody kicking your door is usually somebody you know. Well, the scriptures tell you not to let every man into your house. So you can't be having these niggas all around you like that.
See?
These amount of people that come to your crib, outside of the brotherhood.
And even still, the way that Jake live in these apartment complexes, these high rises, it's probably 300, 400 families in these buildings. What you think gonna happen, like you said, when there's no more food, somebody in there is not gonna go we'll just wait it out. No, somebody gonna be hungry and they gonna kick in your door, and if they gotta take that ramen noodle with no season pack out your house, they gonna take it.
And your woman.
And your woman, and your child, whatever, okay? I know you will hold something, bro.
This is going back when you're talking about moving from city to city.
Oh yeah, bring it out.
2nd Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle in those evils, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Yeah, see, you're gonna have to know to get the hell on. I remember there was a commercial. Damn, it was some years ago at this point. It used to be a Volkswagen commercial. It was like a end of the world type of commercial where like a comet was about to hit the earth, right? And somebody had like a Volkswagen SUV. Here it is. These assholes is packing the truck up, and they put the they put the ad ball in the trunk, and then they realized they had more space, and they put the flat screen in.
Oh, yeah,
remember that commercial?
And
they kept going back in the house and putting adding more dumb shit into the house, man, into the car to take with them, man. And that day, man, fuck a family album, man. You get what I'm saying? A lot of Jake gonna have demons on it. No, man, I gotta grab the family reunion album. Man, where the fuck, man? You better get the hell on.
What's the jar with the ashes in it called?
Oh yeah, the urn. Grandma's urn. Man, you better leave grandma's ashes behind. You gonna be the ashes. So right, and that day you gotta know to flee, man. Scriptures say be as a chase roe. Deers don't hang around. They get the fuck on, man.
First,
the little sound, a little smell, the air and the smell in the air change a little bit. They be like,
oh no, it's time to go.
Come on, man, let's go, man.
You fucking around.
One that Jacob about 7 AD. He said, when you see Jerusalem pass by with armies, and you know that the destination at hand. He just on top of the house, come right down. So he just in the field, hey, don't return back. Hey, get the hell up out of here.
Get the hell up out of here. That's the spirit, and we're gonna be in our own. And what's so crazy? It's 70 AD. It's literally a day at Six Flags compared to what's about to happen in America. Right. That was a cakewalk. So what now in these days? When the time comes, some of us, like I said earlier, we're gonna get that warning to get the hell out of Dodge. And that's not the time for you to go take the excuse me. The water. Oh man, go get the PS5, man. Oh man, go get the naming dumb shit. You know, like I said, the family photo album. I gotta go get my wedding album. That's my grandmama's dress. You can name, you already know. That's why a lot of these women, they gonna die, man. Because that's their spirit. See, that's why in the truth, you know what we all experience in the truth here? Whether you have or you going to or you've experienced great loss. Detachment. You know, it's not easy, but hey, I've experienced losing all my earthly possessions. You know. You be like, damn, all I got to me right now is what's in this book bag and the clothes on my back and my ID. Then you gotta rebuild again because the Lord needs you to experience that to let the shit go, man. Right. You got niggas in houses right now with goods that go back to the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. Shit, beyond, I'm not even talking about doomsday prep. I'm just talking about niggas just having regular ass shit, earthly possessions.
That they have accumulated.
They just accumulated over the years, you know?
Junk.
Bunch of junk. They got boxes in the basement.
That's right.
My grandmama left me that. Yeah, Little League, yeah. Fucking softball league trophy from '89. Bro, leave the yearbook. Anybody has some precepts?
I got one.
Yeah, we're gonna get these precepts and we're gonna, we're closing in about 20 minutes.
So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. Yeah, so we all might not go through, we might not, me and you personally might not go through the exact same thing, but he probably had. So somebody somewhere is going through some shit. Yeah. Right? But it's not, we're not that special where, you know what I'm saying? We're not Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of affliction, but none of us probably definitely couldn't do what Yahweh Shah did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that we gotta go through is coming.
And that's why a lot of the, these dudes that fall out, because they want to make this truth so individual and personal. Like the wisdom that you got is personal to you. Or the hell that you caught was personal. And like you say, nobody, you would swear some men be acting like a fucking meteor fell out the sky and destroy their house or some crazy shit. Like, no, man, all your job, you catch your hell. You underpaid, all of us are. Okay, your woman ain't in order, walk them to the club, man. Right. Okay? Your kids don't listen, walk them to the club. You got health issues, you got a bad tooth in the back of your back of your mouth, walk them to the club. It ain't nothing strange and new. Right. So you got to take it on the chin. Yep. But then when these people in the world, when they start experiencing these different judgments that's going to come on the world, they're going to act like it's, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? What have I done? That's why you got to be careful. The link that you listen to these people is always I, me. No accountability, no understanding or empathy to the fact that it's all of us. Like, it was an old quote, my rib brought it back to my attention. It's a recession when it happens to you, but it's a depression when it happens to me. That's how these people act. Right now, these people don't care. Everybody's struggling and dealing with whatever they're dealing with, but these people, they don't care. It's like, well, I got my car. It ain't hit home yet, but when it hit home, then it's gonna be, why is this happening to me?
They self-willed.
That's it, because they believe that they should be untouched. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck are you? Yeah, any more to that?
Yeah, it says, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
And that's why we catch hell right now. The Lord puts hell on us and suffering on us because it's building up our character. I always tell the story, and I'm pretty sure this story is not personal just to me either. I'm pretty sure all of us, in a sense. When you came into the truth, it's like the world just changed. Mm-hmm. So for me, like when I came into the truth, I was kind of out of college, dorm living, the whole nine, living with my parents. And then boom, I'm in the truth, and now it's like, oh shit, I'm now experiencing being late on the rent and shit. When it's the first time that you late on the rent, your mind creates this scenario that the leasing office at midnight is gonna kick in your door tell you to get your broke ass out of their apartment and throw all the shit in the yard, right? That's what your mind creates. Panic. But then over time, you learn, man, fuck that, man. I got time, man. You learn, like, man, fuck that shit. You be like, I ain't paying, I'll pay that shit I'll pay that shit a few days later. I gotta take care of this. Because you learn from catching that hell and you are adapted. Yep. Exactly. You are adapting, and that's just one level of it. You adapt to the hell. But these people out here, they are so at ease that they don't know what that is. That's why I said, so when that hell comes down the pipeline, trust and believe these people, they're gonna show their true colors. These men out here, they're gonna show that they are really bitch made. And they're beasts. These women are gonna really show what they really are about. Because when the hell really comes down, these people are at ease, man. These people are worrying about the summer. They're worried about vacations. Like I said, as I'm talking, I'm looking at the phone, I'm getting noted. Like, it seems like the family on vacation right now. Went here, went there, over there. I'm like, God damn, okay. But when that hell comes, y'all gonna be sitting in the dust, confused, crying, hurt, sad, looking for the pills to commit suicide. Where the gun at so you can unalive yourself. All right?
I got a quick precept.
We're gonna work our way around. Yes, sir.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 14. In the day of prosperity, be joyful, but in the day of adversity, consider. Yahweh also has set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him.
Ooh, you can break it down, brother.
Hey, that's pretty much what it's saying is that, hey, you're going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days. But hey, Yahweh is still in charge.
And we appreciate that.
Yahweh,
because it's needed. Every day can't be good. Like we were saying weeks ago, what? There's no lesson in the championship. There's no lesson in LeBron and them winning. The lesson is, hey, you know who gained a great lesson? The Bucks. Giannis. Giannis lost that, and you could tell he's like, man, you know what? But I bet you, I mean, we're speaking about carnal shit, but I bet you this summer his ass gonna be in the gym going hard because he lost.
Oh, you remember that Kobe interview where they lost to Boston that first time?
Yeah.
And then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'm going to work tomorrow. And he went back to working out the whole summer, and what they do? They came back the next year and won.
They won.
They said, yeah, he even got Pau Gasol involved. They said that, you know, Pau was weak, he wasn't strong enough to deal with in the paint. So they all got together. Him and Pau, they fucking won the championship.
Come on now. When you're winning, there's no lesson in winning. You just winning. The lesson comes from the adversity. And that's what the Lord is putting on us because he's a father unto us. And the Lord wants us to win. He's building character. Go ahead with yours, brother.
This 1 Peter 1:6, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Mashiach Yahushua.
See, the Lord, you know, Elder Apostle Rumlov said years ago, the Lord don't waste his time. The Lord is building us up so that in that time when there's not going to be any faith on the planet Earth, there will be little candlesticks of us that represents us men scattered around the earth that represent that faith. And all the darkness that us men, Lord willing, if we endure, will represent that light that's still burning, even though it's all darkness out here.
Right. Of course. Like you got to take that gold and say, gold tried through the fire. To get those impurity off of it, to see what it's really made of. Through the fire we're going through and keeping that faith, the Lord actually molding us into the image of his son. See? So you can see Yahushua in us.
Come on now. And that takes a lot. Because we're not just going through, we're about to go through a time like no time before. You understand? Like I said, 70 AD was a cakewalk compared to what we about to go through. Slavery was a day at the water park. You know what I'm saying? What we about to go through as a nation is about to be the worst time ever. So we have to be ready for it all. Sometimes you might not eat all the food you want. Sometimes you might not have no fun. Sometimes you might not sleep. Sometimes it just seems like everything is going wrong. But the Lord has given you the ability and the durability to deal with it. The resilience to deal with it.
Oh, if I could say,
Of
that's
course,
where,
bro.
that's endurance. Durability is in endurance.
See?
That's right.
You want to be able to endure whatever the Lord throws your way. You want to be a man that can deal with anything.
Real man.
Through the Spirit. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is through going through this hell right now. It's not fun, but it's necessary, man. Because these people out here that are in the good times and celebratory in the house of mirth, when that hell comes, they are going to crack something serious. It will come. And it's almost here. Okay?
Hey, the scriptures say they gonna howl for vexation of spirit. You know, by the men of the Lord, you know, the servants that came back to the Lord and sincerely repent. He said they're gonna rejoice, but the rest of these people gonna howl for vexation of spirit.
Howling for vexation of the spirit, man. Just gonna be pure hell, day in and day out. See, like I said, even us in this walk, man, we ain't experienced. Ain't no brother can say 365 days in a year, your ass was just catching hell, sun up to sundown. Niggas in prison don't even catch hell 365 days, and they in prison. Come on now. So again, where we are, we're learning to deal with whatever is in your right in front of you. Deal with the good if it's good, and deal with the bad, but understand that you're not going to waver. Come on, man. All right. Where we at? You guys want to go there with it?
Micah 7:9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh because I have sinned against him.
And that's the spirit. That's why we're doing it. Because we're not innocent. Right. We're not clean. We have sins that we've committed in this life and past lives that we're trying to clean our act up about. All right? In the truth, still we still sin. But the Lord put an understanding on us through the scriptures. Understand that it's a necessary evil, so to speak. Okay, keep going, brother.
That word indignation has come up.
And we've been that's been the word of the day today, you know. But we have to bear it because that's what is that? Integrity. We're not saying that we're innocent. Woe is me. Like I said, who the fuck is you?
Joe, though he slay me, yet will I maintain my trust in him.
And he was a perfect man. He didn't even sin. We can't even say that. We can't say that. Okay? We weren't born underneath the law. Our parents didn't show us that. My parents, man, most of our parents was mad that we quit eating pork.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us not to eat pork and shellfish and all of this, or don't commit adultery, or
Celebrate holidays
and keep
birthdays.
Come on, man. We didn't learn all that, so we have to.
Hey, bro, I remember one time I was talking to my pops, right? And he was asking me about Thanksgiving, and I was like, you know, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving no more. He was like, what? You don't? I'm like, see, now you they're trying to be funny.
Right. Yeah, that's how they do. That's how they try to get you though. Like, it's just a plate. You ain't gotta.
Yeah. But say it ain't no. We ain't celebrate it. Just come over and eat with the family.
Yeah, come.
Nah, man, I don't want to be.
And then you get over there though, and guess what? Somehow they trying to draw you into it. You know, because I dealt with that personally. You know, being in the truth. Went around my family on a particular day. You know, just wanting to go get a plate. You know, hey, knowing like, you know what? I should have just took heed to the spirit and said, fuck that plate. You know. But guess what? Get over there, and guess what they saying? Oh, you take your little girl back there. We know you don't celebrate it, but we just for the fun, just let her get an egg, hunt the egg. Like, nah, man.
Yep.
Doing that shit.
You know, you get there and everybody hold hands. Dear Heavenly, yeah.
It's usually always a mother praying too.
Yep. You already know what time it is.
And the first thing they put on your plate is a piece of honey glazed ham.
Or they be mad at you. You're right. Now you done destroyed the spirit of day because, oh no, I don't eat pork. It's pork in the greens, I don't eat. Oh, it's pork in that, I don't eat. Oh, why? Now they whispering. Like, why you talking shit?
Black sheep with the family.
What's wrong with him?
Look at Woody.
He think he's just better than everybody.
Man, what the hell is going on, man?
I know, it's a weird day.
Fucking cowboy
Everybody's
convention.
dressed real funny.
Anybody? I got one. And that's why it's...
Oh, you got more?
Okay, it's locked.
Because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
That's it. So we gotta clean our act up before we can be able to, stand before Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the spirit.
Oh yeah.
It's just that simple. It ain't personal, it's business, and it's out of love.
Right.
It's really just out of love. The Lord never said it was going to be easy, but it shouldn't be, because what we about to go through ain't easy.
Right.
If it was easy, we'd be out here in this world just like these people, simple and through. Don't know where they coming or going. Don't know what's about to happen or anything. They just out here, just eating chicken and being stupid. All right.
Hey, I want to add to you another prime example of that. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Oh, yeah.
What they said, hey, even if the Lord don't deliver us, we still not gonna bow down to your image. Like just having that integrity alone, man. We just gotta. Hey, the scriptures say, hey, a word was written aforetime was written for our learning.
Come on.
I forget the name, but it's in the Apocrypha where they was trying to get him to eat the pork.
And the 7 sons.
Or Eleazar.
I think so, but they were like, oh, just pretend you're gonna eat it, and we'll give you some chicken, but you say it's pork,
right?
Type shit. Like, nah, man, we ain't doing none of that shit, man.
And they died, and they chose death, because death. But that's the thing about it, like the hell that we catch. If you was enjoying life, you wouldn't. It's easy to say that you're willing to die for something. That's not your body's natural place is like your immune system's job is to keep your ass alive. Right. Mentally, you're not. You gotta have. Like, suicide is a demon. Yeah. So for us to be in the spirit of I'm ready to die, that's really a sign of integrity of the fact that I'm willing to die for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But that takes actually catching hell. Yep. If you was just pure heaven and having fun and shit, where's that spirit coming from?
You wouldn't want to leave here.
You would not want to leave. Come on now. Any more to that?
Yeah, that's just quick one. 2nd Ezra 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Hey, come on, man. This has got to be the most proudest, if that's a word or a way to say it, that the world has ever been. Bums are proud. Some of the proudest niggas you meet are homeless, living on the streets right now.
Pride month.
Pride month. Women's pride. Trans pride. Everything is pride. Pride. Okay? Everybody got proud. Whores are proud. You go on the internet and then slut walks. Everybody got a level of pride on it. I remember I heard a nigga one time and it just ruined my day. Like, man, you know what, man? I ain't with that humility shit. I ain't about being humble. Like, being humble, man. That ain't. You ever look up the nigga? You ever die niggas want to deal with definition? You look up the definition of humble? That ain't me. God damn.
You know what's funny is Nipsey had a verse.
I know you about to say.
Never let a humble situation, something bring them down or some shit like that.
Never let a bad situation humble us or something like that. He said that. I know.
Guess what? The Lord put his ass to death.
That's why his ass is back in the spirit world.
The bad situation.
For saying dumb shit like that.
Stupid ass shit to get you put to death.
Never let him. Yeah, he did say that shit.
He said that shit in one of his songs. He said he never let a situation. Some shit like that. I was like, damn.
That's a wild thing to say, but there's none but pride on the earth. That's why all of these people, the men, the women, the children, these animals are proud. This whole landscape is just full of pride, man. That's why the longer that you walk this walk, you realize, I get why the Lord gotta burn everything in this motherfucker, man. Everything gotta go. Yeah, he gotta restart it, because the level of pride that's in this place is outrageous, man. I'm talking about you got prideful bums. I remember one time I was getting some coffee, and the spirit I think I shared it with y'all brothers here, where I overheard some homeless people on the street. Remember that? They was talking, and he was like, niggas are living on the street talking about why he don't believe in God. I'm like, nigga, you should be the most God-believing man there is right now. You should be praying just to pray. But you living on the street, man, I don't believe in God. Okay, and I guess the spirit had it where I heard that, but I'm telling you, this place is full of pride. Okay?
Your black ass on the street anyway.
That's why your ass is on the street, because, yeah, exactly. You go ahead with yours. I think, what time is it?
Yeah. This is James chapter 1, verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Hey, like brothers were saying, man, you know, we gotta go through. We gotta go through the hell to receive the reward, man. The crown of life. You know, we hoping to be a part of the Lord's elect of the elect, 144. So you damn right we gonna come out here and sacrifice Saturday, a few hours on Saturdays to serve the Lord and do His work and bid His sheep, to come and tell our people that they need to repent because all hell's getting ready to break loose.
And we see the prophecies coming to pass, man. See, at this point, it's not even about having faith and believing it. It's just really about us that's in this walk enduring. We see that the RFID chip is here. Lady took a lady in Australia. They got a cookie and was bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing biblical prophecies being fulfilled. We're seeing the third woe coming to pass. Rumors of wars, pestilence, famines. What we read in Matthew the 10th chapter. Divisions. This world has never been more divided than it is right now. The South hate the North hate the West Coast. Hey, Charleston White is an embodiment of that division. Hey man, fuck y'all niggas in New York. Hey, you know what, you California niggas, fuck y'all.
Specialty.
Chicago niggas, fuck y'all. Ah, damn, and you know what, there's niggas that listen to that shit. Like, hey, you know what, man, fuck them Texas niggas. I mean, you know what, man, you niggas in Georgia, man, fuck y'all. That's division, okay? The Lord is dividing this place up because if you're not in that unity, bringing it back home, you're not part of this unity, there is no unity. Matter of fact, I got a scripture. Go to Psalms 127 and 1, and we're gonna close up there.
Psalms 127 and verse 1, it says a song of decrees for Solomon. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
Yeah, all of these houses that was built, you know, these schools of thought, it's all in vain. Okay? Look at the where is man, Sonetta is Son nigga who? He polite who? Young Pharaoh who? Umar Johnson who? Tariq whatever who? They had their time, they tried to push their vibration on this place, and it failed because the Lord said what? Read it again.
It says, except the Lord build the house.
The Lord ain't build them houses. Go ahead.
They labor in vain that build it.
It was all in vain, man. All right, young Pharaoh, all of that shit was all in vain. You thought you was going to bring your own understanding and way, and it was all in vain. That's why they're all stressed out, bugged out, with no growth. We still waiting. Where's Umar Johnson's school at, man?
Wasn't he begging for grit money?
Yeah, he was begging for niggas grits money a few years ago. Tariq Najee, what we getting? We need another Hidden Colors 10? All that shit was in vain because it didn't deal with biblical prophecy. See, we're the only group that's dealing with prophecy. Oh, there's no prophecy in Islam.
Right.
Yep.
All right, keep going.
Yep. It says, they labor in vain that build it, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
Yeah, so that's it, man. So hey, with that, man, we're gonna close up. We're gonna give all the glory and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakakudash.
Hey, double honors unto our apostles and elders. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Sir.
Got that rain trying to come.